Yes, folks, it's Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. That's me, by the way. Do please like and subscribe. It really helps, if you like. I mean, you don't have to subscribe, but do like, please. Yeah, it really helps. And today I'm going to talk about the latest propositions from the Labour Party concerning prisons. They say that they're going to build numerous prisons and add 20,000 extra places to the prison system. That will push the actual incarceration rate in Britain way up over the top to over 100,000 inmates, because we've currently got, I think it's 89,000 prisoners. It's not enough, is it? You've got to have some more than that. Yeah, so what do the Labour Party do? Well, they propose they're going to get us an extra 20,000. Where are they coming from, these extra 20,000 people? Well, it's you and me. It's your brother, your uncle, your sister, your mother, your cousin, your aunt. Yeah, get them banged up. That's what we need in this country. Listen, the state of the place is actually falling to pieces, is it not? They cannot recruit prison officers because they're paying them a pittance. They're paying them basically the basic rate, really, and if you boil it down to that. And no doubt, as many of you will have realised, if you're living in rented accommodation or if you've got a mortgage, that all the prices are going up. The average rent in London is now about £1,500 a week for a one-bedroomed apartment. I mean, who can afford that on basic rates? Where people go and live? And what are these prisons for? That's what today's little talk is really about. Well, when they were introduced, they built them as gothic monstrosities, didn't they? Go and have a look at Wandsworth Jail, at Wormwood Scrubs, at Strangeways, at Armley Jail. All the prisons are designed in that era, in the 1850s, 1860s, 70s, 80s, all designed to look like castles. Great big blocks. Intimidating, yeah. Intimidating, but who are they intimidating? They're intimidating the working classes, and that is what the prisons are there for, and that is what the prisons are there for today, to intimidate you. Have a look at this, because if you don't work, if you don't follow the rules, and we've invented lots of rules, rules like you cannot drive into London, Newcastle, Bristol, Bath, Manchester, unless you play a clean air zone, and if you don't do that, we'll fine you. And we'll fine you hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pounds, and if you don't pay, we're going to put you in prison. So that's what the prisons are for. They're to keep you paying them money. And what do they do with this money? Well, recently when we had the COVID scandal, basically, I mean, it was a definite disease that killed thousands of people, but they appointed their friends as providers for the answer. People who had never dealt with hospital equipment before were being allocated contracts for millions of pounds. And they were providing the National Health Service with equipment that was unusable. A lot of it couldn't be used because it didn't meet the required standard, but they still got their millions of pounds, They still got their money, didn't never take any back. Baroness Moan and her husband, they've made approximately £48 million out of providing equipment to the NHS. Seriously. What did she do when she got the contract, Baroness Moan? M-O-N-E, by the way. It should be M-O-A-N, because she must have been a moaning bitch. But anyway, Baroness Moan bought herself a yacht. You need a yacht, come on. We all need a yacht, don't we? I mean, if you're living in a terraced house in the back streets of Manchester, you need a yacht at the weekend. Surely. You could have one. We're not going to get a yacht, are we? We're going to get the offer of incarceration if we don't toe the line. We don't... Listen, you can get in prison for all sorts of things. You can get in prison for not paying your council tax rates. I mean, my council tax rates have gone up over double in the last 10 years. When I first came in here, the council tax rates were easily manageable. Now they take a considerable amount of my annual income. Considerable amount. Thousands of pounds, in fact. I'm very fortunate I do own my home, where I've worked for. I've been here for 36 years, and all the time I've been paying this off. And now we come to the position whereby they're increasing the water rates. The water rates used to be incorporated in the standard tax rates, council tax, not anymore. Now they're separate. And believe it or not, the water rates have gone up to the point where they're charging me more for my water rates than they were charging me for my rates originally. And what are the water companies doing? I'll tell you what they're doing. They're taking our money because they've been privatised, you see. And a lot of the people that own them are not resident in the United Kingdom. A lot of them are sold to France, I believe. And they're dumping effluent and human waste into the lakes, into Lake Windermere is being flooded out with millions of gallons of human waste into the lake. They're dumping wastewater into our river systems. And the reason that they're doing that is because they can. Nobody's going to stop them. They're not resident in the United Kingdom. They're not worried about ending up on C2 in Wormwood Scrubs, along with 200 other inmates. And the people who are being put into prison are basically, let's be honest about this, the working class. And they've made it a criminal offence to actually use cannabis. Now, in many places like Canada, you can go and buy it, openly buy it. In America, you can actually register to actually grow it and provide it. So it's not a universal evil. And if it was so evil, it wouldn't be licensed in these absolute first world countries, would it? It just wouldn't. So what we're doing is basically ensuring that we have got a nice criminal population to scare the working class and especially the middle class, because they don't want to be in prison. That's not their environment, is it? I mean, anybody who's been in prison will know that it's mainly populated by people who are unfortunate, people who find it difficult to maintain a standard of living in society. They can't do it. So they offend. And when they offend, minor offences, they get themselves in prison. And that's when they become what's known as recidivists. So they'll be in prison, out of prison, in prison, out of prison. Read the book Born in Prison by Lee Marvin. It's available on Amazon. I highly recommend it. And he spent a great deal of his time in and out of prison. He was a crack addict, and he looked on prison as like a short holiday in which to rehabilitate himself from his drug habit. And what is the answer to all this? Well, according to Keir Starmer, it's going to be more prisons, because we need more prisons, don't we? Let's keep locking them up. And the prison staff, I mean, they've got 18-year-old females acting as prison officers in our jails. Why are they doing that? Because they can't recruit men. They can't recruit ex-soldiers because they've done away with the army. When I was in the army, there was 250,000 soldiers. Now, there are approximately 70-something thousand soldiers now, yeah. All the regiments have been virtually disbanded, the famous regiments. We're heading for a damn disgrace here, and it's just going to get worse. Now it's that time of day, folks. Don't forget, on the 2nd of July, Tuesday the 2nd of July, here we're going to have a live broadcast at 7 p.m. I'm now going to sing you a song, yeah? If you're hanging around for this and you like it, then tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I expect to see you on the sick parade. Are you ready? Are we ready? Yeah, let's see if we can get this, yeah. Trying to get the light so I can see what I'm doing. Here we go. This is a song that I wrote. It's called Last Train Home. I've got a recording of it somewhere. It was on Spotify, but here we go. The shades of night are falling fast. I hear a whistle blowing. In the distance rolling on the last train home. I listen to a lonesome owl calling in the night, thinking of what might have been. I tried to do it right. You know, looking back's not easy when all your seeds are sown. You're staring at the ticket for the last train home. The wind is blowing colder now, and yes, here comes the rain. Will the girl I love be waiting when I step off this old train? She told me that she loved me, seems like only yesterday, with her perfumed hair and dark blue eyes, but still I walked away. You know, looking back's not easy when all your seeds are sown and you're staring at the ticket for the last train home. The station lights are shining, casting shadows in the rain. Sitting in this empty carriage, looking back on my pain. I dread my destination, then the driver rings his bell, and I'm heading down the railroad track. It's a one-way road to hell. You know, looking back's not easy when all your seeds are sown and you're staring at the ticket for the last train home. Too late now for sad regrets, the chances I have missed. I'm dreaming of my lover and the day that we first kissed. The train now leaves the station, I hear the whistle moan, and I see her waiting. It's my last train home. You know, looking back's not easy when all your seeds are sown and you're staring at the ticket for the last train home. There you go. Last Train Home by John G. Sutton. Do please like and subscribe. July 2nd, Tuesday, 7 p.m, live broadcast. It's here on Tales from the Jails.